Hello and welcome to our 2020 Shining Stars Scholarship Awards. Every year, in conjunction with our community awards and with our Chamber Volunteer Awards, the Tigard Chamber gives out 3 to 4 scholarships to seniors in high school. And we do this so that we can support them in their post-secondary educational journey. Scholarships this year are made possible through the generous donation of a couple of organizations, one being the Westside Professionals Business Associates and Pride Disposal. And in addition, over 80 chamber businesses give to our voluntary scholarship fund to make this possible. So as you can see, our business community really wants to support the future of our future workforce. Senior students that live in either of the Tigard zip codes, which are 97223 and 97224, are eligible to apply. So what this means is that both private and public high school seniors that either live in or go to school in these zip codes can apply for this scholarship. These scholarships can be used for either going after that traditional 4-year college degree, or can actually be used for other post-secondary pursuits like a trade, going after a trade, an apprenticeship program, a certificate program, or going to community college. So this year's recipients for these scholarship awards all happen to come from the Tigard-Tualatin School District, both Tualatin and Tigard High School. So now I'd like to introduce Darcy McKay. He's a representative for the Westside Professionals Business Associates, and he's going to award their scholarship to another super astounding young man. So Darcy, take it away.
Well, first of all, Luke, I wanted to say congratulations. I'm really honored to be here and to present this scholarship award to you. I think you've done some amazing things. My name is Darcy McKay. I represent the WPBA. The WPBA is an organization that's been around since 1979. We consist of businesses, business owners, and key managers in their respective fields. We provide leads, referrals, and contacts to each other's business. In addition, WPBA has a strong, growing orientation to service in our community. One of the areas that we feel most proud of is our scholarship program. And for the last 36 years, we've provided tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships to deserving young men and women in the area. In fact, both of my kids are former recipients. Luke, excuse me, I feel very, very honored to do this interview. I feel like I'm interviewing the next Einstein or John Lewis or Jonas Salk. You are truly an amazing and gifted individual. The things I've heard about you, people have said intellectual gifts, the best and brightest, once in a career student, defies categorization in the best possible way, gifted mathematician. Those are really, truly amazing words spoken to you by your peers. Now, Luke is a self-taught musician that's been part of the jazz ensemble, wind ensemble, pit orchestra, marching and prep band, and Tigard Wind Quartet at Tigard High School. He is also the co-president of the Philosophy Club and the president of the Teen Library Council at the Tigard Public Library. His volunteer efforts include assisting in the Tigard Band Boosters, giving free math and physics tutoring, and performing at retirement homes. With all his extracurricular activities and volunteering, he maintained a 4.0 GPA with IB classes. One of Luke's teachers stated, "While Luke clearly stands out academically, even amongst the best and brightest, he's also one of the most positive and supportive students I have as well." Again, truly amazing, Luke. But now it's time for you to talk. I do have a few questions for you since, what's your favorite class in high school? I know you mastered all of them because I saw your transcripts. So what was your favorite?
Thank you, first of all, for the kind words and everything. To answer the question, that's definitely the first class that comes to mind is Ivy Theory of Knowledge, which we refer to at Tigard just as TOK. To talk a little bit more about the class, it's basically a philosophy class that is discussion based rather than lecture based, and it centers around epistemology and ethics. And this was definitely my favorite class at Tigard because, well, first of all, because of its discussion style. It's not like other classes where you sit in at a lecture for 90 minutes, you quietly sit there and take notes without saying anything, and then you leave. And then you memorize all that home for the test, right? It's not like that. Rather, it's a class where you get to interact with the teacher and all the other students and share your viewpoints and your opinions on the things that are discussed, because philosophy is something that is inherently it's dialectical. It's not something that you could just memorize and then get an A on the test. It's something you have to think critically about and discuss with other people. So that, as well as the amazing teacher who teaches it, Mr. Michael Rogers. Everyone in the senior class at Tigard considers him like a god. I definitely do. Yeah, definitely one of the friendliest, most supportive, and most intelligent. One of the most intelligent and supportive people. I'm on the Tigard faculty, and I was really glad to have him as a teacher and a mentor.
Nice.
Along with all my other amazing teachers at Tigard, like shout out Katie Hubley, James Irving. Like I could go on, but yeah, so many.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, I might note that Mr. Rogers is one of your biggest fans too. So tell me about your favorite high school memory. You must have many of them.
I do. It was hard coming up with like just one to talk about for this, but I decided on the Three Rivers League Jazz Festival that happened during my junior year. So as Mr. McKay alluded to earlier, so I am a self-taught musician. So I taught myself, among other things, how to play the clarinet and how to play jazz music, basically, how to understand jazz harmony and the jazz style in general, and how to improvise. And what made the Three Rivers League Jazz Festival so special to me was that it was my first time like competing against other schools with our jazz ensemble at Tigard. And the final song we played, it's a swing standard, Sing 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 by Benny Goodman. I was a clarinet soloist for that, and I ended up getting a standing ovation and being awarded the honor of outstanding jazz soloist at the end of the festival.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great.
Yeah, and it was so rewarding as a self-taught musician that I was able to like work myself up to that point.
Well, great. I'm going to invite you over to my house someday, because I have a piano, an organ, a saxophone, a guitar in my house, and I don't know how to play any of them. So good for you. Now tell us, Luke, where are you planning to go to school, and why did you choose that college?
Great. So I got a $60,000 scholarship to attend Yale University. I have decided that this year I will be deferring my enrollment to take a gap year due to the current pandemic. So I'm going to be focusing on music and working to save up money for college. But I have a guaranteed spot for me in the class of 2025 at Yale.
Nice.
And I'm thinking, among the different majors I'm thinking about are cognitive science and mathematics.
Fabulous, fabulous. Now, so with all this education you're going to have in the next 4 or 5 years, what are your career goals?
I'm interested in careers in education, research, and advocacy. And I'd like to use my experiences as a first-generation college student to be able to rectify certain issues within society and education. And I think that a career in education, research, or advocacy would be the best fit for me in that sense.
Nice, nice. So you graduated high school in one of the most unusual years that I can remember, and I've been around for a lot longer than you have. What advice would you give for the folks graduating in 2021?
That's a great question. And my most sincere advice is, well, you're probably going to have online classes for a while. We all know that you're probably going to have online classes for the first few months of school, and it may extend past that. And it's going to be really difficult not being able to, connect directly with your teachers or counselors or any of your friends at school. And it's going to be difficult not having, activities and student groups that we forge like such strong community bonds in. Like for me, that was band, for example. But all this will soon pass. The only thing that we can really do in this situation is to be resilient and to stick through everything, because things might suck right now, but eventually things will be rectified. And the only thing we can do in response to that is to stay positive and keep our heads held up high.
Good for you. Well, again, you're doing an amazing thing. Any final remarks or comments you have for all of the folks listening out there in the virtual world?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank you, Mr. McKay, and the WPVA for sponsoring the scholarship, as well as the Tigard Chamber of Commerce for facilitating this wonderful opportunity to finance my education. So thank you so much. And I'd also like to thank all of my teachers and counselors at Tigard, all of my friends and family for supporting me and helping me grow to be the person I am today.
Well, that's great. Well, Luke, I want to say thank you too, because as one who's nearing the end of his career and working, and you're just the beginning of it, there's real hope for us, soon to be retired folks, that we have people like you coming up and going to be in charge of this world. And I think that that's going to be a calling for you in some capacity. So thank you for being the person you've been, and we expect great things out of you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You take care. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you, Darcy, for WPVA's generosity to the Tigard Scholarship Program. Super impressed with your selection. Wish him the best in his pursuits. We wish all of our recipients the best in their educational pursuits, and we look forward to hearing back from you on how your first year went. We are looking to grow our scholarship program so we can support more of our future workforce. I'd love to be able to give away $10,000 in scholarships. So if that's something that interests you and you'd like to help us with that, please reach out to the Tigard Chamber and let us know of that interest. So to everyone watching, have a great day.